Before we begin, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps the channel grow and allows me to keep making more content like this. In today's video, we are testing Windrose on PC. We will take a look at both performance and visual quality. Windrose is an action-adventure game with a unique pirate-themed world. The game features combat, exploration, and stylized visuals. From what I have seen so far, the game looks interesting and quite immersive. Now let us move to the performance test. For the first test, we are running the game without any upscaling. No fidelity effects super resolution, just real native performance. The game is actually quite playable on this setup. Now starting with low settings. At low settings, the game runs at around 50 to 60 frames per second. It feels smooth, playable, and very comfortable. This is a good option if you want to focus on performance. Now moving to medium settings. Here the game runs at around 40 to 50 frames per second. It does not reach 60 frames per second. However, the visual quality improves noticeably. Shaders and reflections look significantly better compared to low settings. It still feels smooth at 40 frames per second, and overall, it looks much more enjoyable visually. Now moving to high settings. At high settings, the game runs at around 30 frames per second. For me, personally, 30 frames per second feels less smooth. But the visual quality improves again. Vegetation, shadows, and lighting are much more detailed. You can clearly see the difference here. Now, let us push it to epic settings. At epic settings, the frame rate drops below 30, usually around 25 frames per second. This is the maximum graphical quality available. However, the visual difference compared to high is not very significant. Now, let us enable upscaling and test fidelity effects, super resolution, starting with the balanced mode at epic settings. Here, the game reaches around 60 frames per second. It feels very smooth and enjoyable. The visual quality still looks good. Now testing native upscaling mode. The frame rate stays around 30 frames per second, which is similar to the previous native test. Finally, testing quality mode. The frame rate is higher than native and still looks quite good visually. Overall, this game is quite well optimized. It is playable even without upscaling and becomes very smooth when using effects. That is it for this test and quick review. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.